not going to do too much talking today because I want everybody to hear the stories of all my guests on the program this afternoon. I want to start with you, Debbie.
All right.
Yeah, you and I had an encounter not too long ago. But let me start with your career before we delve into that. You are a gospel artist, and your mission is really to lead a multitude to worship God. Let me ask where this passion for music started from.
Okay. If you have read musicians in Nigeria especially, will say they are born with it. So many of them say they started from when they were young. But myself, I'm a very spiritual person. So I can also say that music has been part of me. My father was a musician. And everybody in my family sings. In fact, I don't even sing what they sing. But my own way of singing is different because it's a gift. I think I'm called in that area. You know, what you're trying to learn is different from what you
is
have
God-given, yes,
on the inside. So, and the anointing always make the difference, you understand? So, music, even when I was very young, at one time around about 10 years of age, I used to see things in my dreams and they all comes to pass most of the time. I had a vision that I was singing in a very large congregation. Every other person came there to sing. And when it was my turn to sing, I discovered that things happened. Everybody was quiet. Normally, every other person that was singing, people were gyrating, you know, I don't know how you put it. People were happy, jumping up and all that. But when it was my turn to sing, you know, the atmosphere changed. There's always an attack in life. If you're gifted to do something great in life, there's always an opposition. That was when I discovered there's an opposition in my ministry. So ever since then, I joined a church. And in that church, I've been having series of issues. Sometimes they will call me for, maybe a wedding program, ceremony and all that. Other people that, we started the group, inside the singing group in the church. Other people that weren't even there when we started, they just came along the way. They will start either dragging microphone from you. You know, one thing, before you know it, so many of them will not even talk to you.
Even in the house of God.
Yes. Many of them will not even talk to you anymore.
All right. Debbie.
Yes, ma'am.
At 10, you already knew music was going to be it for you.
Yes.
But as young as you were 15,
okay,
you were already married to your first husband.
Yes.
I want you to take us through a bit of your life story and how that swayed you away from your God-given talent.
Okay. Like I told you the other day, I will never be ashamed to talk about my life story. Because if I was dead, if I had died then, I don't know. Because I walked into a hospital the other day. I think that was in UK where I had my last kid, my fourth child. I saw a woman, she had an oxygen and she was stark naked, another one on her harness. So, and the way she was breathing, I was like, God. And I passed through this 4 times and the Lord spared me. You know, at 15 years of age, I think I was just finishing my primary school.
At 15?
Yes, at 15, because I never saw my mom. I never saw my dad. There was nobody. I could only see my grandma. And my grandma at then, you know, she's an illiterate, but she's a very good woman. She was the only person I could depend on. So she saw me through primary school. So immediately after my primary school, my mom's husband, late husband, has been sacked where he was working in the mint. So my mom, for that reason, my mom came home, brought me to Lagos. 2 weeks after then, 2 weeks
after coming to Lagos?
Yes. Sorry, 2 months later, okay. 2 weeks later, she sent me to, then Oshodi was a very rowdy place. So I used to go sell Maggi, all those stuff, carrying the tray. So for her, I could be gone for a long time and nobody will ask of me. I don't even know my way back home. So I was encountering a whole lot of mess, you know. So, but God in one way or the other would take me back to my house. So 2 months later, my mom gave me out for a relationship. So I went for a retreat. Then we used to be members of Deeper Life. So I went for a retreat. By the time I returned, gave me a seat in her room and told me that a particular guy came, ND of a guy, said he wanted to marry me. So from now on, that she doesn't want me to...
At 15?
At 15, yeah. That she doesn't want me to be hiding about it. In fact, she even went to the guy's house. She was in the guy's house while she called on me to come and be helping the guy from then on. From that day henceforth, I started living with the guy. I lived with him for close to 1 year, and I took him for my first kid, whose name is Stephanie. She's 20 years of age already. So the guy too became very stubborn. That was when, you know, he was living a very stubborn life. So before let's say 6 months, I was already pregnant for the second kid.
Wow.
Yes. That was the boy I came here with.
So at 17, you already had...
Yes, at 17, I already have...
like one child and a pregnancy?
Yes.
Okay. Very interesting.
At 19.
You know, our time will not permit us to go through the whole thing, because I listened to you for hours. We talked, you know. It's a wonderful story of what God can do in the life of someone. But the bottom line... let's summarize everything from that point, you know, to where we are now.
It was at that point somebody advised me to go to the Mountain of Fires. Because I knew as Arddinnar, I'm beginning to sense that I'm all alone in this world. So when I got to the church, I was sleeping outside that church.
At that time, you had left the marriage?
Yes, I've left the guy.
Yes, you ran away.
Because he impregnated another woman, an elderly lady. So that one was always threatening me. Sometimes she would beat me up. So people called me and said, this lady is dangerous. She's a club woman. I should leave the house. So that was how I left the house. I went to that church, Mountain of Fire. I was sleeping outside there.
In Lagos State?
Yeah, in Lagos at the wire. Onike wire.
Okay.
So I was sleeping outside the church. I slept there until my pregnancy was 2 weeks to 9 months. A woman picked me up, took me for bed rest. Then I gave birth to Daniel. So when Daniel was born, the church people now called my mom, reconciled us. But my mom, being the kind of person she is, after she took me to her house, after that day, the money they gave her to take care of me and my kid or children, she went away with it. She didn't even care about me and the children. So I was managing with myself and our own children, my younger ones. So later on, my church people came. One of them came to take my son for what they call circumcision. So she discovered that I was not home. So where I went to, she sent for me. My mom refused me to go because another man was already in the picture.
Waiting to marry you again. Okay. You know, like I said, this story, if we have time, 2 hours will be here. You open your mouth all through, because that's what happened to me. I was speechless for a long time. She married the second husband. She was married off again. Remember, she was just 17. Some things happened. The second husband started even to abuse her child.
Again.
But she's had 4 kids. But the amazing part of her story is this is the same person we're talking about. Wow. She's here now. Wow. And she's been transformed. Talking about transformation, this is a miracle. Yeah.